Hey folks, welcome to episode 69
Getting freaky
of the Mile 20 podcast where epic shit happens. I'm Laura and I'm here with my bestie
Lori
and our producer and editor and her daughter
Maggie. Hello.
you get a big title. We gotta add titles to our stuff now.
Do we?
I feel I don't feel like Maggie
Guys.
just is like
I made signatures for all of us from the Mile 20 Gmail.
yeah.
Yours are co-hosts, so just so you know, there's a signature for the both of you.
Oh.
And mine is producer and social media manager.
Oh.
Self-titled.
There,
So
I like that.
I love it.
I like it. I like
it's
it.
deserved and well earned.
It
So
is.
take it.
It definitely is. So we're excited tonight, tomorrow.
Whenever you're listening.
Whenever you're listening. Today, we're going to talk about the Rome Marathon.
Roma
Roma.
mama.
We had so much fun doing this marathon in 2022. And we stayed there for a couple of days as well. So this episode is not only going to be about the race, but really about what we did in Rome and where we stayed and where we ate and what we saw and, little itinerary action. So
I love Rome.
Oh, dude, I love Rome. Love Rome. Love everything about Rome.
Yeah.
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 I cried. I told you guys I cried today going through all the pictures, and I even just watching I went onto the Rome Marathon website and watched the promo video, and I was like, oh my God, it was so beautiful.
It was spectacular. We did share a lot of tears while we were there. Now, I would be remiss to go and say that we are missing one of our companions.
Yes.
Tonight. So my sister, I call her Sissy, Megan, she is not with us tonight. Her son Will had a baseball playoff game tonight up in Reading, so she was not able to attend the recording of this episode. But please note that like my sister, the four of us went on this trip together. And it was kind of cool because at the last minute, I was like, dude, do you want to come to Rome with us? And she's like, wait, what?
My partner in crime during the trip.
Yes.
So as we refer to either me referring to my sister as Sissy or Megan, at least you know that there was a fourth one of us, on this trip.
Which we wish was here.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Megan.
Absolutely. I know, because it doesn't sound like the baseball game's going very well. So.
Oh, no, I don't want to hear that. Go, Will, go.
Go. All right. So what are we drinking tonight? We do have a Mile 20 beverage. So for anybody who's new joining us, on and off, we commemorate our Mile 20 planting of alcoholic beverages at every single marathon with a Mile 20 beverage during our podcast. And we haven't, I think we had one last week, actually, for the Cedar Rapids. We did some Prosecco.
Yes, we did.
But we got something to commemorate Rome
I feel
today.
like you need to introduce it because it came from your cellar.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, this is a lovely. It's a Brunello. Surprise, surprise. And
Italian.
Yes, it's an Italian. It's a 2018 reserve, and I'm gonna botch the hell out of the name. La Leccia. How do you say that, girls?
La Leccia.
Yes.
Leccia.
It has a lot of vowels in it.
LEC.
It's almost like it could be
Leccia. I don't know.
Yeah,
we're slaughtering the Italian.
It's absolutely it's a beautiful bottle.
I think you
of
pronounce
red.
it delicious.
Oh, that's good. I like that. I will now go and do that from now on. So so to commemorate Rome, we are drinking a wonderful bottle of Brunello, and I did really, really generous pour. So if Jim comes in while we're recording this podcast and wants some Brunello, we'll be like, there's no mas.
No mas.
No mas. So cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
Those were bad clinks.
It was a really bad clink, wasn't it?
Because the glasses are so full.
It was a bad clink.
She slurped.
I did. I slurped mine. That's really good. Needs to open up just a little bit more.
I have not gotten that savvy in my wine tasting that I can tell when it still needs to open up more.
Laura's like, can I put a straw in it?
I can tell. I'm like, oh, this is good. it, and then 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, that's better.
Yes,
But like
yeah.
I can't try it 10 minutes later and go, oh, it needs a little more. Like that, I'm just not sophisticated yet.
The way that I've learned is like, did you feel like the little bit of acidity on your tongue, like the little bit of the burn on your tongue?
No.
So, all right. So take another sip.
Okay, hold on.
Felt smooth to me.
All eyes are on me. It's
It
very
is.
nerve-wracking.
It is. Sweaty balls. Can you taste a little bit of like it's the best way I
Yeah,
could
I
describe it
guess
is just
so.
like a little tiny burn. So then take your glass and kind of swish it around.
We're learning
Like we're
here.
swirling. No, put it on the table.
put it on
the
the
table because
table.
we
I'm
got
so
white all
sorry.
over the place, girl, including your shorts.
She doesn't trust you on the carpet.
No, I don't trust. Like,
I wouldn't
it's
trust
red
me on the
wine.
carpet
I mean,
either.
Yeah,
I wouldn't-
just swirl it around, and then like we'll let it sit for a little bit. And folks, we're gonna come back to the wine.
Okay,
Because,
pause on the wine.
Yes, because you will be able to taste the difference. So, all right. So before we jump into Roma, Epic Week update, Samags. Like, what have you been up to? Because like you've
Guys,
had a lot of stuff.
I haven't been behind the mic in a while.
I know, it's kind of fun.
I'm like, I feel like I have so much to talk about.
We were like, what did you say? Episode 50 was probably your
think
last one,
so.
and we're on episode 69.
I do just want to do a quick for anyone who's possibly wedding planning. Just acknowledge where I'm currently at in that stage. I spent my whole weekend researching printers and the Cricut machine, which if you don't know what that is, what the Cricut machine does is it cuts out any precise shape or sticker or like invitation that you want. So anyways, I was deep in research. I ended up buying a printer and the Cricut, and I can't wait to start DIYing everything. So I think I'm going to do save the dates myself as well.
Oh, wow.
Save
That's
the
awesome.
dates, invitations, any signage, anything.
That's awesome.
Possibilities are endless.
How big, when you say signage, like how big is the
It
printer?
can print up to like, I think I saw it could print like 8 feet long or something.
But how wide?
It doesn't go wide, but
So
it
more
can
like a
do
banner.
long, like a
Okay.
banner. But you could like stack, like print a couple long things and like
Okay.
put it together.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just know there's a lot of possibilities.
So all I have to say is I did a lot of signage for Maddie's wedding.
Yeah.
So if you have anything in mind and you're like, did you use anybody that was like reputable? I used a lot of really good vendors. So let me know and I will give you the names of them. So,
Noted.
Yes.
But that's personal life update.
Lots
You might
of
as well
wedding
go
stuff.
ahead and send those
I am
vendors
gonna
over.
send them. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
send them.
Just go ahead and do
Yes.
that.
I'm
Yes.
in
Put
the
that
market.
on your to-do
Yes.
list.
I
I'm in
will.
the market for a florist right now. That's a big thing I need to knock off. But we won't go more into wedding.
So I don't have to have nightmares about no floral arrangements or centerpieces at the wedding.
Maddie Lee Eisenstein.
Did that happen?
What? What? Why did you end up having to help set up for the freaking
Was that because the
cocktail hour?
florist fell through?
No, it was because Maddie and Matthew didn't go and order flowers for their cocktail hour because they wanted to put more people into the reception. So I was like, okay, what are you doing to decorate the cocktail hour? And Maddie was like, well, the place is beautiful enough. And I'm like, fuck that shit.
This is a reflection.
So
Got it.
then if Jim asked like, okay, like so like how much did we spend on the wedding? It's like, no, you don't want to know. Like,
Yeah.
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 Yes.
So more wedding updates to come.
Good. Yay.
Wedding for anyone who's curious, wedding is going to be in November 2027.
Yay.
But otherwise, still doing the mile a day. I want to give a little shout out to my friend Alyssa from work. She's been doing the mile a day with us as well. And I have admittedly walked a couple of days. She has run every single day this year.
That's
Go, Alyssa.
amazing.
That's awesome.
Go, Alyssa.
Go girl. Just want to give her a shout
Killing
out.
it.
I do have to mention I'm going to restart mine in July.
Incredible.
So I feel like I need to go and like start on a clean month.
Yeah.
And I have been completely bummed because I had to stop because of my nasal surgery and I feel kind of left out. So I'm going to start over, but I'm going to be like 6 months behind you guys. So.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And even if you do it for half a year, 3 months, like that's still incredible.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
I just feel like I'm like
FOMO.
I don't know. I just feel like kind of
Well,
disconnected.
you like to set a goal.
Yeah,
You
and I don't
to
like to
accomplish the
fail
goal.
it, but this was kind of like not by choice. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. even this though has been so challenging on my body. Like I'm really tired of running, and I think it's such a mental challenge doing it every day. I mean, I know Kayla talked about that. It's more of a mental challenge than it is a physical challenge, but it's also physical, and I'm just confused. But I'll use this to segue into, and I won't stay on this too long, but I did run a small local race called the Philly Run Fest 2 weekends ago when you guys were literally the day you're running Iowa.
Yes.
I was like, well, I'm running 9 miles.
Which is awesome.
It's awesome.
Me, Connor, and my friend Allie all did it. It was in Fairmont Park near the Please Touch Museum.
Oh, it's like a little hilly in there.
It wasn't the hills, so it was a very cute race.
Oh, so you stayed kind of up on the plateau. You didn't go down by the river at all.
No. We
That's
stayed
why.
up in Fairmont Park.
Yeah.
There was
Got
a little
You
bit
know
of
that you know how
rolling.
we do that loop up top for the
Yes.
Philly Marathon, like
was
by the
almost
by the
exactly
Man
that.
Center and everything. I think it was up in there.
Got
It
it.
was almost exactly that, and it goes by the Japanese house. It was a really cute race. I don't know the pricing for the 5K or 10K. I would personally only run this ever again if I was doing the 5K, just to be completely honest, because if you're doing the 10K or the 15K, you're just running the 5K again.
And
2
again.
or 3 more times.
Loops?
I did
No.
3 loops.
No,
No.
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 Yeah, so, and it was a very, very hot day, as you guys can
Look,
attest
kids,
in
Big
Iowa.
Ben, Parliament. Oh, no. Oh, if
Yeah.
you missed it the first go around, we're going to see it 2 more times.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
wow.
was very cute, and like there was a ton of people. Obviously, majority of people did do the 5K, and it seemed very cute if like you
God, they're
lived
so
in
smart.
Philly. But yeah, the 15K was a little brutal, and we were one of the last people to finish, and we were pretty quick. I don't think many people did the 15K.
Okay, got it.
Like I think people who came to the race did like
The
like
5K.
casual runners were doing the 5K.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was very, very proud of how Allie and I did. I did my personal best in the 15K.
That's awesome.
Woohoo.
Congrats.
At a 10:56 pace, I think.
Okay.
And
And it was hot, too.
it was hot, and I was laughing as I was like walking to the car. I was like, why do I feel the same way like running hard during this 15K as I do after a marathon that I jogged? It's just so interesting how like, and it's what Evan was talking about, how just like running every single day can be different.
Yes.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
I felt equally as sore after a 15K as I did after a marathon.
Yes, but we do know, and this is, God, if you're a fitness person out there, please tell me if I'm wrong. But from my understanding, and I'm not an expert, is that when you were running a personal best. So you were probably spending a lot of time in your anaerobic threshold, which means you were building more lactic acid up in your muscles and everything, which made you feel more taxed, as opposed to when you stay in an aerobic, a lower level zone, you're constantly
More oxygen circulating.
and flushing
Yeah, and you're
out
feeling
that lactic
that
acid.
more because of the miles versus the pushing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cute. Will I do it again? Probably not.
Okay.
But
fair.
if you want a local 5K, I don't know how much it would cost for the 5K. I think we paid like $75 for the 15K, which compared to like Broad Street and Rocky Run, which are other 10-mile races in Philly, I thought it was a good price, but the 3 loops is,
Yeah.
But it may be good if you're a beginner and it's like a first race and you kind of need the support because your family can be there.
Multiple.
And you, and you know they'll be right there to cheer you on every time. That might be helpful and motivating.
I love that.
You know,
Yeah.
just trying to see the bright side.
I-
Yeah,
Might
but it
not
was
be
cute.
for everybody, but maybe it's for somebody.
What have you guys been up to since Iowa?
Go ahead, Laura. Well, we had a
geez.
couple other things we did in Iowa. 'cause-
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we should
yeah,
wrap up
try.
that.
Yes, we
Yeah.
should wrap up. We should wrap up Cedar Rapids with a fucking bow on it.
Yeah, we should.
Because we had recorded the night that we had run the marathon, which was Sunday night, and I was supposed to leave the next morning.
And I was supposed to leave the next night.
Yes,
Yeah.
Monday night,
Yep.
right? And
And well, so we got up in the morning and had breakfast back in the Czech village at St. Pio's, which was lovely.
loved it. Had an absolutely fantastic avocado on gluten-free toast. I was freaking floored.
And I had pancakes and a yummy chai latte.
Yes,
It was delicious.
and lots of syrup. Lori likes lots of syrup on
Yes,
her
it was
pancakes.
drowned. And
Lots of
I
syrup.
didn't think it was enough syrup.
She's like, this isn't gonna be enough syrup for me, and she did fine.
because I hate when they bring you out like the pre-packaged, like here's your 2 tablespoons of syrup you can use. I'm like, just give me the whole bottle and let me just let me use this. Let me have my judgment. Let me use it.
Pancakes with my syrup.
Yes. Anyway, we digress. And then Laura had to go to the airport, so I dropped Laura off at the airport. And then I go to a little coffee shop that was in the same little Czech village that I saw was a coffee shop bookstore called I'll Meet You There.
Which I love that name.
Super
That
cute.
sounds really cute.
Yeah, right.
Got another chai tea latte because that's what I needed. And sat and was like working on your bachelorette party a little bit and doing stuff with that. And then I get a text message from Laura.
And my flight got delayed going from Cedar Rapids to Washington, D.C. I was going to miss my connection to D.C. from D.C. to Philly. Then I'm like, okay, let me see if I can rent a car. $500 one way to drive from D.C. to Philly. Like,
That's
like,
ridiculous.
to
That's a flight. That's
yeah.
a flight itself.
And I'm like, no. So then I'm like, okay, I could take the 6-something, PM flight out. I knew I had some meetings in the afternoon that I needed to take. So Lori came back and picked me up at the airport, and we ended up going to the Cedar Ridge Distillery. had some pizza. I took a call, and then I was done.
Wait, did we do that first? No, we went to the nature center first.
Oh, we did go to the nature center.
And I forget the name of the nature center.
Yeah, no, it was a cool nature center. We ended up walking around for a bit.
Well, the lady that worked in the nature center was super sweet. Showed us all the animals, gave us like a little tour.
A male turkey was in the back.
Yes, and
Told us where all the snakes lived and named them and stuff.
Like there was a
awesome.
whole back room that was like all glass with like really comfy looking chairs to sit in, and you could look out at like all the bird feeders that were hanging out there, and it was really cool to see like all the birds super up close, and it was just kind of like a viewing window. It was really cute. And then the lady was so nice. They had a beehive.
She was super nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, and you could actually like see the beehive. It had like a clear plexiglass
in the wall.
In the wall.
Yeah,
and you could
it's
hear the
cool.
hum of it and stuff, and it was warm. Like when you she's like, put your hand on it. She's like, it's completely warm. She's like, the queen is like somewhere in here. I was like, oh, I still want to do like the bees, like in honey.
I worked in a beehive one summer. When I worked in North Square, they had a beehive.
Oh, did they
and I had
really?
to like put on the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
And it made me not scared of bees,
Yeah,
honestly.
okay.
Because one has to sting you for the rest to swarm. If you're like gentle with them, like you can literally scoop them by the handful, and as long as you're gentle, they're totally fine with it.
Yeah.
But you had gloves on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I was wearing protection,
Right.
but I also like, I don't know, it was a good mental breakdown to understand bees.
Yeah.
That I can see how that was true.
So ended up changing my flight, and Lori and I were traveling on different airlines. So, we're then going to be flying out at the same time. So after we did the nature center, I was like, okay, like I gotta hop on another call, and we needed to eat some food. So we're like, all right, we're going to camp out. She was going to go and do more, stuff with the bachelorette party. And so I took my call. We were at Cedar Ridge Distillery, and we had the freaking best pizza.
Oh my God. I wish we'd gone there the night before.
I had a Hawaiian hot pizza. Oh my God.
I love Hawaiian pizza.
Oh, but
Yeah,
it was
but
Hawaiian
Hawaiian
hot. It had hot honey drizzled on it. Like it was so good.
I had a smokehouse pizza that had smoked brisket, smoked pulled pork,
It was
smoked
like a meat
ham.
sweat. It was should have been called the meat sweat
but
pizza.
it was
The Hawaiian sounds better.
for you, but I'm not a Hawaiian girl.
Yeah.
It was amazing. My pizza was amazing too.
So I finished my call, and then I'm done for the day, right? And so
we're at a distillery
and
having cocktails.
well, we ended up getting a cocktail after I was done with my work.
Yes, true.
And so then all of a sudden, Lori's sitting there going, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "My flight got canceled." I'm like, "What?" And then I looked at mine. I was like, "My flight got canceled too." So they were having problems in Chicago because we were flying through Chicago. I'm not going to get into detail on that. Needless to say,
We do what we do. We pivot.
Yep. So we're like, we're going to drink some more.
we were literally ready to like, okay, check please. We need the tab. And then she brought it over and we're like, actually,
can we move outside? Because it seems like nicer out now. It doesn't seem as hot.
Actually, our flight just got canceled, so we have nothing else to do in Cedar Rapids. So we're going to be here for a while.
We have nowhere to stay. Can we stay here?
No, so...
No, we pivoted on that really quick. I mean, that's,
I was able to reschedule mine pretty quickly for the next
Your
morning. You had to work on yours a little bit. While she was working on her flight, I extended our car rental. And then I had booked us back at the Hilton Garden Inn a room for the night just to secure a place for us to stay. But then she's weren't you like, hey, don't when they cancel,
we should get a hotel voucher. And so I was still on the phone with my airline. And so I was like, well, you try yours. And if yours doesn't work, then I'll try mine, because we were both flying different airlines.
Yeah, and United totally covered us and put us up in the DoubleTree by Hilton.
The DoubleTree downtown, which is where, like, I was like, my trip now is so fulfilled because we got to stay at the DoubleTree downtown.
When I listened to last week's podcast, I heard you wanted to.
Yes.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, now we got to experience it. Yes.
Yeah, I have to say, if I had a choice now between the two properties, I'd probably choose the Hilton Garden Inn.
I would choose the Hilton Garden Inn as well.
Interesting.
I do like the convenience of the DoubleTree. It wasn't terrible, but you definitely felt like is a little bit like a French whore.
It's been used a lot.
Oh, was this sarcasm? Because I actually wasn't picking up on it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I thought you guys actually wanted to say at the DoubleTree.
Oh.
No, we did.
No, we did.
We did.
Oh, we did.
But then there was a turn of phrase. Turn of heart.
Well, we stayed there.
Yes, we stayed there.
Yes, we stayed there. Although we did have
Which
an
again, it
absolutely
wasn't
beautiful.
terrible.
We had a beautiful view of Mount Trashmore from our hotel room.
Oh man, the minute we checked in, and I'm
like,
like,
"Oh."
please. I went in and I whipped open the blinds. I was like, yes. I needed the view of Mount Trashmore before we left.
That's funny.
Yes. So then we ended up. They had a rooftop bar. Are you seeing a trend here? What we did while we were still
at the DoubleTree.
At the DoubleTree.
Yeah.
And so they had the basketball game going on, and so we ended up going and having some more beverages up on the 16th floor.
Yeah, and stay tuned, because we did also have a massive brainstorming session about our marathon.
We did. We're planned all the way through next June.
Yeah, so stay tuned to that schedule.
Yeah, it was funny because there was a guy who was sitting at the table behind us, and he's like, oh, are you guys, like, my sister's running, the 50 states. Are you guys trying to do that and stuff? And your mom's just like, we finished it. We're on round 2.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, not on round 11 like our friend from the Cedar Rapids Marathon.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So what, Lori? Just what else other than the Cedar Rapids closeout have you been up to?
So I came home and abruptly got sick the next morning.
You were not feeling well.
I had a little bit of a stomach bug it was about a 24-hour thing. So luckily it passed quickly. But other than that, it was pretty low key. I did a bar crawl with Maggie, Connor. Ella was there for a while. Any new bars,
or did you go to your normal Phoenixville ones?
Same old.
Oh my God. But I got to tell you a story I've not told you. It's so gross.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning. We were at a bar. I'm going
to
tell this story from my perspective, and then Maggie can chime in.
I actually have no perspective, so all you.
So I went to the bathroom. I come out of the bathroom. There are 2 of the people who work there are like freaking out, like, oh my God. And I'm like, what? Like, is there something I should know? And one of them's like, dude at the bar just took a shit at his seat. And I'm like, what? Yeah, look. So, like, I went around and I looked. I guess the one guy was a bouncer. And I looked, literally a pile of, like, liquid shit sitting at the foot of his seat, of his stool.
He was just
still sitting there?
He was sitting there on his phone, casually, just sitting there on his phone. And the bouncer, I look back at him and I'm like, holy shit, literally. And he's like, they're going to want me to bounce that and I don't want to touch him. Like, that's disgusting. I don't think I have it in me. And so I just kind of like try and like edge it was like a narrow bar. So like, it's not very easy to take a very wide, way around him. But I did. I took as wide as I could around him. And of course, everybody was talking about it. But yeah. And then pissed himself too. So when he got up and left, he also had a wet mark in the front.
Instead of just saying, get the hell out of here, they took his phone as collateral.
'Cause
I would have cut my losses right then and there and been like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I never want to see you
What
again.
do you mean they took his phone?
Like, they took, like,
He couldn't pay.
He couldn't pay.
He had no card or anything to pay with.
They literally kept his phone at the bar, so he had to come back to get his phone.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I would have just been like, bye.
So was this a younger person, older person?
Well, it's funny. The story. I did not witness any of it. Thank God. The ages, I was told 30, then I was told 40, then I was told 50, then I was told 60. I think from the consensus, he was in his 40s.
I think late 30s, 40s, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, how about you, Laura? Let's move on from that.
Wow. All right. So
I've never seen anything like it in my life. I'm sorry. That's it.
I like that hurts my brain just kind of thinking. We're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that at that bar.
Moving on.
Moving on. Yeah. So went down to Maryland this past weekend, and just had a lot of house stuff to do. Still opening up the house for the season. So I'm all done. So now the next time I go down there, I can freaking relax, which is awesome. Yes. But we ended up going on Saturday to this place down in Centerville, Maryland. So it's maybe like a 40-minute drive south of where our house is. And they were having this festival called Maryland Craft Made. And it is breweries, wineries, and distilleries that are all made in Maryland.
Nice.
And I don't even know how many vendors they had. Let's call it maybe like 50 vendors. And they had everything ranging from like spicy like wines to champagne to beers and ciders. I actually had a cider that tasted like, smelled like apple pie. And but like it was one of those things where I was like, this is good for like about the first 4 or 5 sips, but then it was like
too sweet.
It was just too much. It was like, I like a nice crisp, like dry, cider. So we did that, and then yesterday on the way back, we wanted to go grab something to eat, and we went to this place in
West Grove.
West Grove, called the Stubborn Goat.
Ooh.
And it's a brewery that
like
opened
that
up
name.
in 2025. I tell you what, absolutely fantastic wings. So it's kind of like a little tucked away at the backside of the town. But the Stubborn Goat, highly recommend it in West Grove. So
That sounds like a fun weekend.
yeah. I mean, again, I mostly kicked my own ass and got a lot of stuff done. And I think I either
But
had.
you had some fun too.
Oh yeah, we did. We balanced it out, and I think I might have had like the little bit of the stomach bug that you had. I had that on. I had that while I was going to the craft made thing. So that was not fun, but it's all good. It's all good. All right. 2 last things before we get into Rome. This is gonna be a long episode.
Yeah, so sorry, guys.
So running news.
Running news.
So Lori and I are on the quest to go and finish what I originally committed to, the 6 world majors.
You can still stay committed. They have a 6-star medal.
Fuckers keep adding freaking races. So for those of you who don't know what the world majors are, these are originally there were 6 races. Chicago, New York, and Boston, of which Lori and I have done all 3 of those in the United States. We are scheduled to run Berlin, which is another one of the 6, then London and Tokyo. Those are the 6. Then they have added Sydney, Australia.
Yep.
So love that. And now they just went and added Cape Town, South Africa.
The first African world major.
That's right. And they think that the last one that's going to round out like 9 is going to be Shanghai, China.
Yep.
So if we run all of those, there's not one in South America.
Correct.
And there's not one in Antarctica. So those
not part of the world majors, no.
Not part of the
There
world
are
majors.
races.
But I'm just thinking those are the continents.
Yes, correct.
Okay, got it.
So you're kind of hitting continents while
So
running
tired
world
just
majors.
talking about that. Okay. Tired and poor.
Please.
I love running marathons and traveling places.
Yes. So very, very excited about that. And then we have one other thing to go and add news-wise.
Yeah.
Or data-wise.
They did a little bit of a study on the national or the Global Running Day, which was this past June 3rd. Happy Global Running Day, everybody. Hope you got your runs in that day. They did some number crunching, and it turns out that race registrations are booming right now, post-pandemic.
We've felt that.
They're up by 20%, and they're attributing it mostly to the Gen Zers that are out there wanting to run these races. I think most of the data was taken from the New York City and London registrations, which are insane. And as we've said before, the registrations to try and get into London are so crazy with the lottery that they're actually debating adding a second day so that they would have a running on Saturday and
cool.
Sunday. It would be so cool.
That'd be so cool.
That would be so cool. Anyway.
We haven't found out about London for next year.
Not yet. No.
No.
I know. I forgot we actually entered the lottery
I
because
forgot
we were looking at marathon tours and we had a whole discussion. Like, I think I'm good on waiting on London. Like maybe not 2027 because of the wedding and everything.
Yeah,
and then
I
it's
forgot
like
that we went and did that.
one
so,
of us
okay.
is going to get into that
Yeah,
shit. You know, this is going to be a
shit.
problem.
I mean, we're feeling it though. Like when we're at race starts, especially this past season, like there are so many young people out there, you know, in the starting corrals, and there's not too many older people like out there anymore. So or if they're out there, they're so spattered around because there's so many young people. I mean, these races are packed.
Yeah, I love it though. I love the energy of it. I'm so glad that everybody's getting interested in this. So I think it's great that keep challenging yourself, and it's wonderful. But just to kind of preempt a little bit of information. So when we ran Rome, this kind of speaks to it. We ran in 2022. At the time when we ran it, it was still post-pandemic. However, there were still restrictions. We still had to wear a lot of masks. You had to wear a mask on the plane.
And a mask at the start.
Mask at the start. We had to wear mask up inside places, St. Peter's Basilica, stuff like that.
Yep.
We had to take COVID tests prior to leaving, just to kind of give you where we were in the world at the time. But I think those restrictions were lifted within a few weeks of us
leaving
right.
Yeah.
that trip.
Yes.
When we ran Rome, that we finished, it was a little less than 3,000 marathon finishers. You want to guess how many ran it this last year?
Ooh.
I see
love
the
a guessing
number
game.
on the piece
Wait,
of paper.
I haven't looked. I love a good guessing
Go on,
game.
Maggie.
I'll go. Do I want to go like 150%? Yeah, I'll do it. 7,000.
Almost 30,000
What?
people ran Rome this year.
Can you imagine?
From 3?
Can you imagine
Yes.
how packed those streets were, like in some of those areas that were tight and stuff?
Wait, did I say 3,000?
30,000.
Wait, no.
No.
but you originally said
What was
3.
the original? Hold up.
8,300.
8,300. I'm sorry.
8,300.
8,300.
Okay.
8,300. Sorry. Almost 8,400. It was
Got it.
almost 84. I'm so
Still.
sorry.
But
now
But
30,000.
still 30,000.
Wow.
Now, it has been an incremental increase. Like, I think they went from almost 9,000 to 12.
It's massive.
But it's
That's
massive.
insane. And I'm jumping ahead again, but I'm guessing the course has to be different.
Only slightly different. So they say about 95% of it is what we ran in 2022,
Wow.
but they tried to make it a faster course. And I remember the hill. So they took out that there was one hill. It was right very close to where you met us,
The first time.
Maggie and
Yeah,
Megan.
where they had the bar
set up.
The bar set up.
Yes, Maggie
Yes.
and Megan had us all set up for our Mile 20 beverages. But I can remember right before that, there was that hill.
I do remember that.
They have gotten rid of that hill and
Good.
rerouted that a little bit, but you're still going by
Like all the major.
all the major sites. All of them.
Awesome.
It is amazing.
So why did you guys run it in 2022?
Well, you
I
were.
know.
Yeah. So you know, Maggie was going to Penn State at the time, and so she was studying abroad. So a couple weeks in, was it in London and Paris, and then your last 6 weeks were going to be in Rome.
Yep.
And I remember before you went over, I'm like, I'm gonna come and visit you. We're gonna do a girls trip. We're gonna do a girls trip. And then all of a sudden it became like your last location, right? Like we didn't go. I didn't go and see you in London or Paris.
So I remember Mom telling me that the Rome Marathon was happening. And she was like, should Laura and I do that? And I said, no, don't do that. And then,
and then we didn't commit to coming over, and then you sent the link for the race.
I obviously did not anticipate being so homesick, and I hadn't seen anyone in the family for 12 weeks at that point. And I sent the link, and I was like, hey, it's actually the weekend that I happen to be moving between Paris and Rome, and I need somewhere to stay for one night. Here's the Rome Marathon. Y'all want to come?
I believe it was like
a month
before? Are you coming, bitches? Yeah.
Like what? Like a month before?
It was less than a month.
It was less than a month.
It was less than a month, and then I immediately signed up and I put the registration into the chat, and I was like, oops.
Yeah, well, I was like trying to figure out because our family
This was before Easter.
Yeah, so me and my husband and Ella, because DJ was swimming NCAA at school, so we could not get him away, had all decided, and then my mom wound up tagging along to go for spring break that year. We were going to go to Italy. I had a whole trip planned leaving from Milan that were like 2 weeks before the marathon. So like she's sending me this and I'm like, well, shit, how am I going to justify this to Dave?
You went back and forth.
I went back and forth. Yeah,
Totally insane. I would have so stayed there.
But I used
don't
points.
Work, like.
I used points for that. Yeah, but I would have had to pay for.
Ella was still in high school.
Ella was still in high school. I would have had to I couldn't afford to pay for a place to stay for that long.
Yeah. Well, needless to say, you signed up, and then my sister had just been talking about, like, I don't feel like I do anything spontaneous anymore. You know, like, I mean, she's only a couple of years younger than me, and she's got a son who's, you know, like, 20 years younger than my daughter, right? So just started, you know, with you know, her family later. So she's like, I just don't do anything spontaneous. So I went and called her, and I was like, hey, do you want to do something really spontaneous? You want to come to Rome with us? And she's like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah, we're going in like 2 weeks. and she talked to my brother-in-law Keith, and he was like, dude, go, you know. And she hopped on the plane with me. So
it was awesome.
It was so absolutely incredible.
So when did you guys get there before the race?
I think we left on the. I left on the
days.
We flew differently because I used points. So like I was circumnavigating the globe to get to Rome. It was so fun. I probably had 2 layovers.
Yeah.
But we left on the 24th and arrived in the morning of the 25th, which I don't even know what day of the week that is. Now that I'm speaking off the top, probably
okay.
Thursday, maybe Friday.
Well,
God
the
knows.
race was on the 27th, so we got there. Was
2
days.
Sunday? Is this Sunday?
I have
race?
no idea. We got there 2 days prior.
Yeah.
Which I highly recommend. So if you're running a race where you're in a completely different time zone, 2 days
at least
to go and get your body reset, because you just you can get really messed up, and you're just not going to run as optimally as you could.
Yeah.
So.
I agree with that. I think even for Berlin that's coming up, we are leaving on the 23rd, get there the 24th, and I think we run the 27th.
26th or 27th. Yeah.
26th,
Yeah, it's like 2 days later. Yeah.
So ideal.
Yeah, so we ended up, connecting at the Airbnb, right? You had rented an Airbnb. And what was the location? Do you remember where you rented it?
It was just kind of convenient between, like, I'm not sure of the neighborhood, but it was close to the train station, Termini, because I think we walked from the train to the Airbnb and the Colosseum.
Yes.
Like we were a little far from the finish, but not too bad.
Right.
I'm totally blanking the neighborhood, but it's where their governmental buildings are in Rome. It's that up on that hill.
Yeah, it's definitely up on a hill.
Yeah. And
great location.
I think I met you guys right when you had got there. You guys were having lunch.
Yes.
We
were sitting outside and you showed up with, after the train station.
Are you kidding?
Suitcase.
I remember you being like, I got off the train. I started walking towards Termini. Like I had, like the best gift in the planet was coming towards me. I was like, Maggie, I haven't seen her in so long. But I swore we went that long without seeing you at college. But for some reason,
not 12 weeks.
You being away, and I was just like, oh my god,
with the time zone difference too.
Yeah.
Well, the restaurant that we ate at was called Amadeo, and it was good. It was good. I I mean, I think I probably got, I love the prosciutto with the olive
melon.
oil and the melon. Oh my God. Like, I swear, if somebody asked me, like, if there's only one, like, meal that you could go and get, like, stuck on an island with, like, what were the things that you would want to be on the island with? One would be my glasses and a book and that food.
I truly believe that all food, like even the bad meals in Rome, are still better than your average meal.
I would agree
here.
with that. I was going to say, yeah, even I can't think of a bad meal I've ever had in Rome.
Yeah. All right. So talking about bad meals, good wine. Swirl your wine around again. We're going to come back to the
Coming
wine.
back to the wine.
All right.
Oh, I'm swirling
Everyone
over the
didn't
couch.
have closure. They
She's
were sitting on
swirling-
the edge of their
she's
seat.
swirling
When
over-
will she drink
Yes.
the wine
When
again?
will she try the wine again?
I've been sipping the wine all along.
I know. Well,
It's very good.
yeah.
But I still don't think I taste any different.
It's very smooth.
She's drinking it. She's drinking it.
Oh,
Oh.
I was told to do that in France, actually, to aerate it.
interesting.
Oh.
And I learned to chew on your wine.
And chew your,
Yeah,
and chew on
yeah.
your wine.
That was something new.
It's just delicious.
Okay.
It's so good.
It has opened. It has since opened up since we first swished it around. So, yeah. So we grabbed
Speaking
some.
of wine,
Yes.
that night when we arrived, we had some wine.
We
in
did have some
Rome.
wine.
Yes.
With some interesting modes of transportation. Who booked that?
Laura.
Yes.
Laura was our travel agent on this journey.
Yeah, I ended up booking an e-bike tour of Rome at night. And this was hysterical. So the one bad thing was that my poor sister, because we were drinking before we got to the bike thing, which
We
was
had a
probably a
ball.
bad idea.
We had a ball.
Probably.
My sister ended up, because she's so much taller than the three of us, she got like the biggest bike that was left.
And it was too
It was
big for her.
way too
A
big
male
for her.
bike.
Yeah, it was and it was for like a tall male.
Like she couldn't just put her feet down.
She had to unseat.
Yes.
Yes.
Completely.
Completely.
On an e-bike. It was an e-bike.
E-bike. Yes. So so I like the tour was fine. I mean, we ended up driving like around like a lot of different places.
It was cool to see Rome at night.
St.
Everything
Peter's
light
Square,
up.
the Piazza Navona, the Trevi Fountain, the Colosseum. We saw the Forum all lit up at night, which, by the way, I had been to Rome a couple times before this trip. I'd actually never seen the Forum lit up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
it's spectacular.
But I had been to the Forum at night.
Yeah.
So that was something that was new. So I was like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, to see that.
Yeah.
So, but my poor sister, so at some point in time we got lost
Yes.
because, and I think because we were taking the e-bikes down these small, like little cobblestone streets, and it was dinner time.
It was tight.
It was tight
There
with
were
tons of people.
tourists everywhere walking around. You had tight corners, zigzaggy turns, like and it was-
Wine in
Wine.
the system.
and there were
Wine and
e-bikes.
e-bikes.
And the e-bikes, and they're like fast, slow,
so fast.
fast,
So
slow,
we-
fast, slow.
So Megan and I got caught up with like behind a bunch of people that were on the road, and we lost track of like when we got to the intersection. We didn't know if everybody went right or left.
She also like borderline ran into like a garbage truck.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot
And
about
like
that.
fell.
And she fell over. And I
Megan.
heard this like loud noise, and I stopped. I thought I was gonna pee myself because she's like
On the ground.
But I knew she was okay because she was kind of like laughing but pissed at the same time. Like I was like, oh my god, what is happening? And then the tour guide got pissed at us as if like we were like freaking lollygagging and we went into the bar, right? So then he wanted to put us in the front of the group, and then I got like a mad on. I was like, fuck you, like you suck as a guide, So anyway, and I think they brought us to another bar and stuff. So I was like, yeah, like let's drink more wine and ride e-bikes.
I can confidently say I'll never ride any bike in Rome ever again.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm totally good. But it was fun. Core memory.
You need core memory.
core
Certainly.
memory.
Certainly.
Core memory.
And then the next day we got some touristy things out of the way. Had Megan been to Rome before?
Yes, she had been to Rome before.
Got
Yes.
it. We did the Colosseum. I think we all.
That was another guided tour, I believe.
Yes.
It was a guided tour of the Colosseum and the Roman Forum.
Yeah, which was cool. I mean,
It's very cool.
Colosseum's always great.
Yeah. Now,
Always.
it's
A must-see.
Something that's cool is that when I was in Rome as a 19-year-old, they were just like they were digging out the Forum, like aspects of the Forum. So what we see today did not exist. It existed, but it had dirt on it.
It's
Some of it did exist.
Some of it did. Not
yeah.
not as
extensive.
It was not as expansive
Yes.
as it is now.
And they're still continuing
Oh, yes.
to excavate things.
We had a great guide when Jim and I went years ago, and she's like, it's like a lasagna. She's like, it's just they put layers on top of layers on top of layers,
Yeah.
you know?
Like the poor subway system. They're trying to get their subway system going, but every time they dig, they find more ruins, and then they have to get the archaeologists in. Like, it's like a whole thing. So they really have struggled. If you want to know why there's no subway in Rome that's like expansive, it's because they
built
can't.
shit on top of each other.
You
Yeah.
really could spend a whole day at the Forum. That's how huge it's become.
I know.
It is, and Jim and I actually did like a half a day tour when we went. Now, the one thing I liked about the time of year, so this was like the end of March.
Mm-hmm.
There were tourists there, but it wasn't like ridiculously busy like it is during the summertime.
Yeah, it's like a shoulder season.
It is definitely a shoulder season because at nighttime when we did the e-bikes, we were wearing our puffer jackets.
Yes, it
And
got
so
chilly.
it's a little chilly. But I liked that. I did like the shoulder season because I didn't feel like I was. Certain places got a little crowded. Like, I think when we went to the Trevi Fountain,
Yeah.
like the second go around, not on the e-bikes, but like when we went back there, it was a little bit congested. But I mean, not like it is during the summertime.
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah.
I highly recommend shoulder
Yeah.
season.
Now,
or off season.
Now let's talk about all the aquifers in the city and all like the little water fountains. Like it's
Because
just
if
like
you've never been to Rome,
Yeah.
you would not expect.
Yeah,
It's
so-
not something
so-
you would
yeah,
expect.
tell us
Well,
about
and
those,
you
Meg.
probably wouldn't use them either if you don't
Yeah,
know.
true.
It's just like free flowing water, right?
It's free flowing, like clean water that you can just put your water bottle under and drink it, which is great as a tourist because in most of Europe, you have to buy water. Like they don't just give you when you're sitting down at dinner tap water. You have to pay for water when you sit down for dinners, which is not something that we're accustomed to in America. You always just get free water with your meal.
Yeah.
Not over there, especially not in Rome. So having the ability to just literally, there's free flowing water all across the city because of the aquifers. And you could probably maybe go a little more in depth than I, but there's
It's
a lot
not
of
aqua. It's the
history.
aqueducts.
Aqueducts,
They're like
yes.
it's all the kind of the original Roman
Yes.
aqueducting and piping.
And
a lot of
when
it
I
that's
was
still
there-
existing and flowing.
When I
It's
was there, I
insane.
took a art history class in Rome. It's best college class I ever took.
oh, I love that.
We did not sit in the classroom one day. Rome was Rome was our classroom.
That's
We
awesome.
went all
Yeah.
around the
Because all
city.
the masters, dear God.
We went into museums, but one of our
I want to take that when I retire.
I know, right?
Can we take that when we
One of our
retire?
I bet you
subjects
we
was
can.
papal urban planning. So like
Oh, I love that.
centuries and centuries and centuries back, literally how Rome neighborhoods were designed around these aqueducts. And that's why all the fountains are there. And at the top of the fountains are different papal symbols.
Yes.
For like the
Yes.
Pope that brought and extended Rome into that neighborhood.
Into that area.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I learned that on, and then they also have like the papal seal like on different
It's
buildings.
everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you ever see like at the top, like it's like a crest basically for each pope, and they have different, like one of them is like 3 B's, one of them is hills. There's one pope that's 3 hills. There's one pope that's 6 hills. Don't confuse them. They look the same, but they're different.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting. You go into St. Peter's and you see the papal symbols everywhere, and there's like a hodgepodge of them in St. Peter's. But
So when you walk
Yeah.
around the city, you actually see these spigots with free flowing water.
It's just and it's just
Everywhere.
it's constantly on.
Fountains
It's
everywhere.
on all the time.
And so you'll look
It
at
doesn't
it
turn off.
and you'll think I don't know what that's for. It's actually
Is
for
it
you
for
to
a horse?
drink.
No, it's actually for people.
Yeah, so like we started now it's important to note that because of the fact that it's just free flowing natural water, it's mineral. It's a mineral water. So it can sometimes upset your stomach just a tad, a little bit.
Until your body gets acclimated.
Yeah, until you get used to it. But that did come into play a little bit when we get to marathon day. But not
It made
not
me
before.
shit.
dot, dot, dot.
But after we were done with the Colosseum, we went to this absolutely fantastic rooftop restaurant. So it was the Ristorante Panoramico Forum Roof Garden. and we all had absolutely fantastic meals.
I've been back there 3 times since.
No way.
It has become a staple in my Rome travels. When Dad came over,
I totally understand that.
I brought him there. I went with my roommate when I was there, and then Connor and I went there as a date night. Connor, this man shed a literal tear over a bowl of pasta. Like, he was quite literally crying at the dinner table.
I almost shed a tear over the pasta. So they come to the table for us.
We stumbled upon this bar.
We
Let's
did.
rewind a second.
Yes, we did.
Totally stumbled upon this restaurant.
It's in the Hotel Forum. We happened to be down in the area because we were there, and we're like, a rooftop outside would be lovely. It was a beautiful day.
It was a beautiful day.
And we look up and we're like, look, there's one. Let's see if we can go there. So here we go. We go up, we go in, we get seated. They tell us about the specials. And they're like, we have a pork cheek pasta. And I'm like, pork cheek? That sounds gross. So I kind of dismissed it in my head. And then they were kind of explaining it where it's more like, almost like a bacon-y ham. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'll try it. I almost shed a tear. That's probably one of the best pastas I've ever had in my life. Fantastic. Pork cheek. I don't even know what that is. Don't tell me.
When Connor and I went, we got swindled, but not swindled because we embraced it. They came up and they gave us all the specials. And they're like, and there's a burrata, like an appetizer. And we're like, oh, we'll get that as our appetizer. This buffalo mozzarella, this monstrous buffalo mozzarella comes out.
Is it the size of like your head?
It was 50 euros.
Holy shit.
It was the most expensive thing Connor and I got at dinner, and we didn't know till we got the check. It was huge. Like, it would have been great for like 8 people, but he was like, it's an appetizer. And we're like, oh, okay, we'll get that.
Oh my God.
And it was incredible, but we let so much of it go to waste because it was just 2 of us. We were flying the next day. But yeah, pasta was amazing. I got the tiramisu, which is my like favorite dessert. It had chunks of dark chocolate chips in it that gave it like a little crunchy texture.
Wow.
Hotel Forum rooftop restaurant. If you are in Rome,
you have to go.
That is a absolute must.
We actually
make a reservation.
When I was with Maggie on Saturday night, we were talking to one of her friends, Casey.
I recommended it.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. She's like, you have to go to the Hotel Forum.
Yeah, so having a gluten allergy, I remembered that there were some options. I unlike you all, like I know that what I ate was delicious.
Yeah.
I did not take a picture of what I ate, so it couldn't have been something that was like monumental.
I need to know this.
Like, yes. But again, like, I felt good that I had like some food options.
Good ambiance, good service.
The wine was great.
Good wine.
The wine was great. So, all right. So then we proceeded to go from this absolutely fabulous meal to packet pickup, which was so interesting.
It is.
It was so weird.
And I'm curious.
Unique.
I'm kind of excited. I'm going to preempt.
It was unique.
I'm going to preempt a little bit because we are going to be talking next week to Kayla and Emma. And I know Emma just ran the Rome Marathon, so I'm curious as to what has changed with the packet pickup.
If anything
Because
at all.
it's in a different location.
It's a different, because it's so much bigger now. It is a different location. Where we were was way south of town at this place called Salon de la Fontaine. It's like a big exhibit hall.
Yeah, we had to take a train out of the
Yeah,
city to go
it was
and get
way
there.
far out. Now it's close to, I think, where the finish line is. So the start and finish line for us was the same spot. They have a same start line as us, different finish line. It just kind of goes down on the other side of the Colosseum.
Okay, so still Colosseum though, right?
It's Circus Maximus, yes. So you still go that way.
So cool.
But their packet pickup is over there too, so it's way more centralized and convenient. So I think that would be pretty cool to be a part of.
Yeah, and then we ended up going and getting on a line, and all these guys are like looking at us like, what the fuck are they doing? You know? And I'm like, oh, they're probably looking at us because we look really American.
Yeah.
Because all these different groups were all like that were running together. So we assumed that they were like running groups, like teams.
Yeah.
And they were all wearing the same like tracksuit, like their team tracksuit. And I mean, looked very, very European, like Adidas, you know, and
Yes.
stuff, right?
Yes.
And I'm like, Lori, what the hell? Like, we don't match. Like, why? Like we missed the memo here, right? Like, and it's funny because like, we matched during the race, right?
Right.
But yeah, that was a really unique experience. And then we're on this line and somebody started talking to us in Italian and like kind of pointing.
And we're
like,
deer
what?
eyes, deer in headlights.
And then we realized that there was a separate check-in line for your packet for men and women.
Yeah.
And we were like, huh. Like we've never experienced that in a race. It's like any race that we've ever done. And this was
No.
our first international race.
Yes.
So we're like, well, maybe this is how the Europeans do it.
Although Marathon du Marathon was not like that.
No, it was not.
It was all commingled.
Yes.
But it almost felt like we were running parallel races at times. It did, but we didn't realize it at first. Like I noticed that there were.
What do you mean parallel races?
Yeah, what
does that mean?
So we all ran the same race, but we had two different packet pickups. And then while we were running, I happened to notice that there were it would say women and men water stops, which I don't know if it was for personal pickup for the elites that left their water bottles.
I think it was for the elites. Yeah.
They had separate stuff. Yeah. I'm not so sure that the Porta-Johns.
The Porta-Johns were not segregated.
Are you
between
sure?
men and women. No.
Because we found no toilet paper.
No.
There was no toilet paper.
No.
In any of them.
No, we're
jumping.
just gonna jump right to the Porta-Johns, dude. I have run 73 marathons with you.
And me right with you.
And those were the most crushed Porta-Johns. So I
Of
can't
all time?
Of all time.
Of all time. Like you.
And
right,
we've seen
I'm gonna
some
go.
things.
I'm gonna go dark and dirty right now.
Okay,
right?
cover
Not too
your
much,
ears
Not
if
too
you're
much.
warning.
Yeah. Like you
Trigger
could just
warning.
trigger warning right now. Probably bleep us out for the next 30 seconds. But dude, going into the Porta-John, it had to be an inch plus of fluid, on the floor.
Mystery fluid. Wasn't
at
water.
the bottom of the Porta-John. The Porta-John was already filled up. Oh. There was no toilet paper. So at some point in time, because we were drinking the aquifer, the aqueduct water.
Oh, no.
It caused a little bit of
we were also free flowing.
So we were like, oh shit! I'm gonna need a Porta-John with toilet paper. And at this point in time, every John that we had that we had gone into didn't have toilet paper, but they were handing out at some point in time because it was so warm. Sponges, wet sponges.
They're sponges. So pro tip.
Cleanest I've ever been after a race.
Seriously.
I put that sponge in my freaking sports bra.
Yeah, no, pro
You
tip when
reuse your shit sponge?
No,
I only used it once, damn it.
They gave
That's so gross.
That's so gross.
That's grosser than the guy sitting at the bar freaking shitting
That's
himself
gross.
in Phoenix.
That's how you just told the story.
That's how I told the story.
No, so there are multiple munch spots.
Oh no. The wine is flowing.
This is the 69 episode.
Yes.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is.
There were a couple of sponge stops. Say that 5 times
Sponge
fast.
stops.
Sponge stops. So pro tip, hold your sponge. Keep a hold of your sponge. You may need it later and you will thank yourself.
Did you get multiple sponges or you reused the same
No,
sponge?
no,
I'm
no,
a
no.
little
There
confused.
was
I only needed the
multiple
sponge once.
But there were 2, maybe 3 places
Got
where
it.
they were handing out sponges.
I only kept one sponge.
Got
and
it,
I
for
knew
later use.
And I knew that I
Yes.
got the sponge. It was wet, was moist, and I was warm, so I put it in my sports bra. And then I said, this is brilliant. I'm going to use this to wipe my ass the next time I have to go to the bathroom. And I found a Porta-John. Sure enough, it did not have toilet paper in it. I used my sponge. I discarded the sponge into the Porta-John. I did not
Thank you
reuse
for
it.
the detail.
Yes.
You're so welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Porta-Johns were so bad that my shoes never left Rome.
Nope.
You
No,
brought
you
flip-flops
chucked
them.
to me
You
at the
chucked
finish
them.
line,
You
and
chucked your
my
shoes.
shoes went immediately from my feet to the garbage can immediately after the race, and I never saw them again.
Yeah.
That's how gross the Porta-Johns were.
They laid to rest in Rome.
No,
They did.
Now, before we get into the start and even more details about the
I know
race,
we got to go back to the packet pickup.
I just the packet pickup again was unique. But I did love after the packet pickup the restaurant we went to. It was
That was lovely.
we made a reservation, and it was called Nerone, 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 Nerone. cute little like kind of boutique-y,
Quaint.
oh, so quaint,
Like authentically
character
Rome.
and
Yeah.
stuff. And it had one of those faucets, the free flowing water faucets, like
Yes, in
the
the restaurant.
So the one restaurant we did get water.
Yes. So Lori ends up going and grabbing our pitcher, and she's like, I just have to go over and get my water. So I mean, the novelty of having one of these like
about that.
in your restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I just remember having just an absolutely fantastic dinner at that place.
Yeah.
Just absolutely. I think my sister and I got a little saucy before and knowing that it was race day the next day. Yay!
We always get saucy before.
No, we don't always.
Not okay.
No.
Frequently?
No, not
Sometimes?
Sometimes.
Often.
I like
Madoc.
I like sometimes. I like sometimes.
Madoc.
All right, so race day. You want to talk about crying?
I was crying.
Oh my God. We get
As a
to the start. We get to
Oh
the
my God.
start. And
We had a gorgeous day.
gorgeous
too.
day.
It was perfect.
It was cool out because
a little hot at the finish, but
yeah, but we were wearing our we were wearing long sleeve shirts like at the start, so it was a little nip in the air. But man,
it's 52, I think.
starting at the freaking Colosseum.
Yeah.
And this was our first international race that we had done.
Yes.
And we're like, we're at the Colosseum and we're running
A race.
a race. Like it just, I don't know. It just, it kind of took your breath away. And I love it that you and I like took it in. And what I thought was really unique too about being in an international race in Rome was that you heard people speaking all different languages around you. They were speaking Italian, they were speaking French. We had Brits, Chinese, Japanese,
Spanish.
It was
all
just
of it German.
It was just really neat. It was
very
really
neat.
it was just a melting pot of runners.
I just want to read this briefly because it just came off of the internet. It was just like why should you run Rome? It just says widely considered one of the most beautiful races in the world because the course functions as an open air museum through 3,000 years of history. I mean, just let that sink in. I mean, because
that was that race.
It was that
Entirely.
race.
Yeah.
I mean, you are running. I'm not sure the Trevi Fountain. I don't think we got to the Trevi
We did.
Fountain during
That's
the race.
tight street.
We did.
During the race?
Yep, we did. We did. I have a picture
don't
of it. I have a picture of us in front of the Trevi Fountain.
In our stuff? I didn't see that. I didn't. But like you run by Vittorio Emanuele
Spanish
Memorial.
Steps. We ran over like a
Piazza
bunch of the bridges.
Navona.
Olympic Center.
St. Peter's.
Circus
Vatican.
Maximus.
I like one of my favorite.
Oh, the Vatican, yes.
Favorite ones was like, and like I think what made this so favorite for me was the first time I went to Rome. I was like 19 years old. I was a cadet at West Point. I was over in Germany, and I was with a sponsor, and we went to Rome for like a weekend. Right, it was my first time going to Italy. And I bought a pair of rosary beads from a nun that I blessed them on this road. And here I am in the Rome Marathon, and there's freaking hardly any people on this road, right? The road is like completely empty. There's maybe some tourists going because people knew that the marathon was going on, right? And your mom and I like did jump pictures, like, you know, with the Vatican behind us.
Yes.
And we're in the middle of this freaking road that normally on a day-to-day.
It's insane.
It's insane with people. And I just so distinctly remember buying rosary beads on that road. And like, to me, like, it was like,
You're running straight down, and St. Peter's Basilica is straight
it's like
in
right
front
there.
of you.
Like the whole square is right there in front of you.
It's amazing.
It just absolutely wonderful. I mean, and even running through some of the neighborhoods that we ran through.
Beautiful.
And the architecture.
Yes.
The layout. It just
The
appreciating
river, being near the river, and all of
appreciating
that.
how people just live on a day to day.
Yes.
If you ask me to go and do, I'm going to cut right to the end. If you ask me to do this like marathon again and again and again, yes.
Well, I haven't done it.
Well, neither has Maddie. There we go.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
And just to recap again, this is part of the European Classic now. You need
The new
5
challenge.
Oh God, this
Five-
whole fucking thing
5 of
again.
8 races, and this one counts. It does count retroactively if you don't want to run it again. But
Does Lisbon count for that?
it does, yeah.
I am
Lisbon.
signed up for
I
Lisbon.
know, but we're not. We're
You're
doing.
signed up for Lisbon?
I am. I signed up for Lisbon.
She didn't tell me about it.
I did. Well, I sent it to you.
No,
and-
you didn't.
Yeah,
You
I
asked
did.
if we were doing this, and I said I didn't
right,
sign up
girls.
for it.
I sent it to you in a text message.
I didn't. I heard you ask about it. I did not recall you actually.
Check your text.
Okay. I don't think.
So the one thing I did not like on the course is that they give out full bottles of water.
I wonder if they're still doing
I don't know.
that.
That'll be interesting to talk to Emma about. Like full bottles of water.
It was
there was
so
like
wasteful.
some waste. The
So much
waste was
plastic.
Big ones, not even
Yes.
the
Yeah,
yeah,
small
big ones.
16 ounce.
Yeah, like 16-ounce
Wow.
water bottles. Yeah. Full water bottles. It seemed odd to me, but I'm sure that's a cultural thing too because of the way the water is there.
Yeah.
You know, versus the way it is here.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it was not great.
Now, Maggie and Megan, how many miles do you think you
I
guys
think
put on?
we're close to a half marathon.
That's awesome.
I'll go a little conservative and I'll say around 10 miles.
Okay.
Because Rome is walkable, like they previously said. There's no subway system, really. There's one line that kind of goes around the outskirts, but for all the main stuff,
You're walking.
you are walking. So yeah, we were just walking to meet you guys at, how many spots did we see you? I honestly don't remember. 2 or 3?
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
I vividly remember. I know we saw you for a mile 20 stop, but the most memorable one for me, again, jumping ahead.
Oh,
was
this is
right
a core memory.
Yeah.
at the end.
Period.
And we saw you rounding the corner, See the World by Campus playing on your speaker. You're running. You guys are crying. You're running to the Victor Emmanuel with the Colosseum. You're crying. We're crying. It was just like serendipitous in the best way. Like the fact that See the World by Camp started playing in that moment.
It was like
It's just everything came together.
I can't listen to that song without thinking
Me
about
either,
that
and I wasn't even
that moment.
running.
I
I
can't.
mean-
I every time we play that song on our playlist, I think of Rome.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I mean, because it was just, I mean, we're coming into the finish. We see you guys, and it just,
Mm-hmm.
it hit. It hit. There are a few moments where songs have hit so hard on the playlist at the right moment.
That one was like, Mwah, Bella.
Oh my God. If that's not the top one, I don't know what else is. I mean, I know that there's a Here Comes the Sun here and there, but that one.
Here Comes the Sun in Baton.
Baton, yeah.
And Taylor Swift, Shake It Off. You queued up.
Living on a Prayer.
Living on a Prayer.
You
Halfway
guys just
there.
did this like 2 episodes.
Yeah, we
I
did.
know.
We did.
Like,
We did.
It just, yeah.
No,
It's like music matters, you know?
It really
Yeah.
does. And
Yeah.
that one to me, I have not experienced these moments with you, most of them, but this one to me is the best song in the moment.
Now,
Period.
Moment.
now,
Yeah.
now, I'm going to be a little Debbie Downer on the music.
Uh-oh.
The couple of the other runners on the course
yeah.
did not like the fact that we had a speaker and that we were playing our music.
And I get that because that's a general thing that we get. I mean, if you were to put out there on social media, hey guys, what do you think about broadcasting music during a race? 90% of the people are going to bitch slap you down on social media.
But can I tell you that 90% of the people end up going and singing with us?
Yep.
Yep.
So apparently there were a couple of folks that did not appreciate that. And they were kind of rude to us.
Rude in what way? Elaborate a little.
Well, like in a different language, cursing us out, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just
wow.
didn't fully understand what they were saying.
And
And,
that's okay.
so I played like
But
dumb
you know what?
American.
I've Google Translate now. So if those bitches ever friggin' say anything, I'll be like, wait, hold on. Wait one. Need to translate it.
Which is funny
Yeah.
because
We didn't stop our music though.
as a spectator, Rome in
yeah,
2022.
tell us about that spectator perspective of things.
I mean, I enjoyed my time. Megan and I had good quality time running around chasing
And I loved it
after
because you guys really hadn't before spent one-on-one time together.
No, I was
you,
at her wedding.
Yeah,
and then
you're
this.
well, I mean,
that
you're
was
yeah,
it.
in family setting stuff,
Yeah.
but never one-on-one.
Yeah,
you know?
no, it was great. But I was thinking, Rome 2022 was almost like an elite marathon. Just thinking about the packet pickup and the running and the poo-poo on the music versus still in Europe, a Marathon du Médoc is completely different.
Oh my God.
Those are the fun runners in Europe.
Yeah.
Whereas Rome at the time, we'll have to see from Emma what it's like today.
It was very
But it was very
serious.
serious.
Very serious.
Yeah.
People,
Which is interesting.
and I'd have to go and actually check this out afterward. but the male to female ratio seemed very, very lopsided
Yes.
compared to the United States.
Yeah, it was not 50-50.
Yeah, well, and sometimes we're like 60-40, like
Yeah.
women to men.
Yeah.
And this, like, I remember being in the starting corral. I'm like, oh my God, there's like hardly any women.
Yeah.
Like around us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm that one's a little bit
I know.
of a
I'm
homework
so
item for
excited to
us.
talk to Emma. I really am. I'm
Yeah.
excited to hear her recap
Yeah.
and what she felt about it this year.
Yeah. Now I did absolutely love. We went and had some dinner at this place called Piazza Navona, and
No, I think we ate it the Four Fury.
oh, we were on Piazza
Fiumi,
Navona.
on
No, we were
Piazza
sorry.
Navona.
Duh,
Yeah,
the
Navona.
Piazza Navona is the one with the big obelisk.
The fountains.
Yes, the
the
fountain-
river.
the
Four
big-
Rivers Fountain.
Yes,
Yes.
God, thank you. Yeah.
I took an art class there.
Yes, thank you. That's money well spent. But that was great because we had some wine and more wine and yeah,
And a beautiful view.
yeah. No, that was wonderful. And then we did the gelato.
Yeah.
Afterward.
Gelato.
Now
You always have to have
I
gelato.
could not eat the gelato because
So gluten free?
it has lactose in it.
Yeah, she can't
I
do
have
lactose.
lactose intolerance too.
Oh gosh.
And then after drinking all the water that day, I was like, I cannot go and add. My sister looked at me because we were sleeping in the same bed, and she's like, "Don't you dare get gelato." So I ended up getting macarons, and I don't know if you guys remember, but the macarons were like the size of like my fist.
I do, and you had like 3 of them, right, in these boxes.
Why
they
are
in, like,
you
little
sharing with
boxes?
everybody how many of them that I ate?
Oh.
It was actually 4.
Sorry,
There's no shame.
I'm not shaming you. I mean, you should have seen my.
I got 2 raspberry.
gelato
I got
was
2
pile-high.
2 raspberry and 2 raspberry and 2 pistachio. So yeah, absolutely freaking delicious. Now, the next day we were like, okay, we ran the
You
marathon.
were relaxing, resting your legs
We're
the next day?
relaxing.
Hell
No,
no.
we're like, we got Roma to see. So we ended up going to St. Peter's.
And we had like an early. You booked us an
It was
early morning tour,
Yeah.
like a 7 a.m.
Yeah, I think
tour.
you booked that, Maggie, right?
So
We did coffee. Wasn't
Did
it
we
supposed
do
to be
a
coffee or breakfast? And
St. Peter's
Peter's.
opens at 7:30. So if you are going to Rome, you want to get in line for St. Peter's at like 6:30. And of course,
at peak season, probably not off season.
I mean, I was there off season in September and I still did that. And
Really?
there was still, so in the morning when you're there before it opens, of course there's going to be a long line because no one's going in yet. But I think it's worth it to wait in the line because when you ultimately get in, you are in St. Peter's Basilica
Kinda by
when
yourself.
it's practically empty,
Yeah.
which is breathtaking.
and it's a religious experience in itself.
It is.
I don't care. I'm
agree.
not Catholic. I've never been Catholic.
No.
But St. Peter's Basilica, the Pieta, the
It's incredible.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It is
and it's
mind
worth
blowing.
it getting in line extra early, waking up early one day of your trip to be in there when it's practically empty.
I totally agree.
It's incredible.
I
don't know
totally
who
agree.
booked that, but
That might have been
yeah.
might have been me. I don't. I
think you were our travel
I was the
agent.
travel agent for. I think.
little
this one.
switcheroo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can plan out a good trip, but like
Yeah.
your mom leans in, and I'm just like, oh, sounds good.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. I'm like, I get very territorial.
And I wouldn't call it territorial.
That's because you don't know what goes on in my brain.
No. Yeah,
I'm very good at being like, I'm cool.
oh no, Lori. We
I
just.
think you
we
guys
just,
know each other well enough.
We just.
that's
we just.
true.
All right. Can I? All right. I got to share this with.
This is gonna be Germany?
No.
Oh.
This is Nevada. So so I said to your mom,
I think she's mad at me.
because we went and did like like Nevada the way that we did the last time in the pop-up trailer
Yep.
and all that jazz, right?
Poppy.
And Poppy, right? So I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to bouge it up this time.
But I hate Vegas.
And
I told you
shut
several
up!
times.
This is
I
my
hate
fucking
Vegas.
story.
It's
This
our
is-
story.
It's my story
It's our
right now.
story.
You can tell it.
It's
after
our
I'm done.
story. I'm
So-
allowed to chime in.
So I'm peanut gallery. So
Hold hands
yes.
while you talk.
so
Be peaceful.
So then I was like, I want to do this bougie. And so I actually found a JW resort outside of Vegas. It is in Vegas, but it's way outside of the Strip. I don't like doing the Vegas Strip. I don't like gambling, but I'm like, this has a beautiful pool. I'm like, can be pampered. And when I used AI to go and do the, hey, like what would AI recommend? Here's all the circumstances and so forth. It was like, stay in Vegas, do the bus trip, yada yada. So your mom wanted to go and stay in this town called
Pioche,
Pioche,
I think.
Pioche.
Pioche.
So it's
My super flexible, not stubborn mom.
so yes, her.
Yeah.
So this is about an hour and 45 minutes outside of like where the race start is, and Vegas is about a 2-hour drive. Okay, now mind you, we'd have a bus from Vegas. We have to drive ourselves from Pioche. So your mom shares with me this cute Airbnb.
5.0. 5.0.
It's cute.
Yeah,
It's a
5.0
cute.
stars,
It's a cute.
5
It's
stars.
a cute place, right? It's in this like kind of like little western town where you go, let's scratch your head, going, why would anybody go and create a town in the middle of this place? So I sent her a message, and I was like, look, I found this like train ride that goes out to like the dark sky. I'm like, if you can go and find
I'll
me
drive
something
you there.
equivalent, I was like, I will go and stay in Pioche. So find out that whole thing is like all booked up. She still books the house in Pioche. So when I find this out and we're
All
talking,
I heard is yes, house in Pioche. That's what I heard.
yes. So hold on. So we're having this conversation when we're doing Cedar Rapids, right? And as we're running, and I was like, oh no, don't you try to gaslight me that like I went and agreed to this. I was like, this is what I was agreeing to, right? And so she's like, well, and then she pulls the, well, I can cancel it if you want to.
I only booked it is to keep it
And I was
because
like,
it's
oh, no.
cancelable through
Oh, no.
July
No.
25th.
And then I was like, no, it's okay. It's okay. So, so you can tell the rest of the story.
If
No,
she wasn't
that's it.
paying for my wedding, I would share my thoughts.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
No, you
okay.
can
So
share.
we're gonna stay in Pioche,
We do
Nevada.
not have to. But
okay.
here's the thing. I'm going to eliminate myself from the driving thing if you want to stay at the JW. I won't drive that trip because I don't
we're
want to.
seriously digressing.
We are, but this is just part of what happens.
But this is also part
This
of
is
like
real. This is
also
real.
part of like how you plan this stuff, and like I would say 99% of the time we're aligned, and every once in a while it's like and Jim kept asking me, he's like, well, did you book anything for Nevada? I was like, no, I'm digging my heels in. And then I came back from Cedar Rapids. I was like that motherfucker freaking booked the damn thing, and I was like, we're staying in this little like dinky ass town. It's probably gonna be fucking fabulous, and I'm gonna be fucking pissed off because I'm not staying at my JW resort and getting freaking pampered. That's all I'm gonna say about this. So the other thing I wanted to go back to Rome on, I'm gonna change the subject, is does anybody remember the hot priest calendars?
Yes, I do.
Yep.
All right, so what that means is they had in all of these little
It was
tourist
very
spots.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, in all these little tourist spots where you could buy rosary beads and crosses and pictures of or like figurines of Jesus. They had 2022 calendars with hot priests pictures for each month.
Yes, I did.
I was so disturbed.
Your rosary and then your hot priest.
And your hot priest.
A little bit of everything.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So
I actually forgot about that. But
yeah.
now that
I
you
was
bring
flipping
it
through
up-
the pictures and I was like, oh my God. So the other thing that I thought was really funny is that, Lori, you mentioned it earlier that we had to go and get COVID tests
Yes.
before and make sure that like we were not positive leaving. So Maggie, you went off kind of doing your school thing, right? So
Yeah.
we had departed ways. And so it was me, you, and my sister. And we went into this little pharmacy.
I feel like we had lunch and some wine before we did this.
We
did. We
did.
not?
We
'Cause
did.
we were
Of course.
discussing like what
We
if it's
did. And my sister's like, well, what are we going to do? And I was like, oh, I already scoped out a 5-star hotel down the street. Cause when Maddie went to France, I think like the year prior.
No, in that year.
no.
Was it the same
They
year?
were there at the
Same
same
year.
time.
It was
Weren't
the
you
same
guys?
year.
It was a couple weeks
Maddie,
prior.
Yeah.
so Maddie went to France and she ended up getting COVID before she left, and she was beside herself.
Yeah.
I got the phone call driving to a run with you in the morning one morning, and we ended up putting her up at like a hotel by the airport and stuff. So when my sister had asked, she's like, well, what are we gonna do if like any of us come up hot? And we were like, oh, well, there's a 5-star like hotel down the street, and we're gonna stay there, and we're all gonna stay there together. And Lori's like, your mom's like, oh wait, twist my arm.
Like, oh my. Well, then I think if I had to stay like an extra 3 days, like really what becomes the case for me to come home?
The good news was that none of us came up hot on the COVID test.
Good news, bad news.
Well, bad news, because it was a 5-star fucking hotel.
In Rome.
And I was like, I'm going to get freaking room service and like order like each of us a bottle of Brunello each.
In Rome.
In Rome.
I know.
It was such a pretty hotel.
I didn't
It was
want
right by the train station.
Nobody wants to get sick.
No.
But at that point, we were well vaccinated, you know, so I didn't feel quite as scared about it anymore. We'd had it already. I think all of us had it already.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like, if we get stuck, we get stuck.
But none of us got sick, so we were fine. And then how many more weeks were you in Rome for?
That was the start of my Rome chapter. So that was
You started high, man.
I had 6 more weeks left. And I have to say that Rome was the best, although the first 2 blocks were when I made the best friendships and relationships. Whereas the Rome block, you guys were there, and then the family was there for like 2.5 weeks. And my roommate, unfortunately, had to leave early because her dad ended up passing unexpectedly.
Yeah, it was a shame.
It was just like a lot going on. And so I was actually by myself for a lot of it. So I did for the first time I did solo travel. I stayed in
You
Airbnbs
did a lot
by
of
myself.
solo travel. Like you went to
Yeah.
Cinque Terre by yourself.
I went to
like
Terre by myself. I went to Pisa by myself. I went to
Capri?
Naples by myself. I went to Capri by myself. Like I did a lot of solo travel, like which was a great experience. Like being by yourself, eating in a restaurant by yourself, just doing everything by yourself. Which I think too, after like being surrounded by a lot of people in the first 2 cities and then being with the family, it was kind of nice to like have a moment just like I can do literally whatever I
you
want.
wanted to. Yeah.
Which was great. And in that 6-week block, I went to 16 different places in Italy.
That's incredible. So, your overall experience, would you recommend people like, like if we have listeners with like kids who are going to college, who could study abroad or young people listening, would you recommend studying abroad?
I definitely would recommend studying abroad. And the program that I did was called CIEE, and it's for any college. So I had friends from like Boulder, Vanderbilt, just different schools all over the U.S., which was really, really cool. It wasn't just Penn State.
Which was cool because one of the friends that you had made from
Yes.
Boulder, we ended up connecting.
My best friend from abroad.
Yes, we ended up connecting with her when we ran in Estes Park. And we went hiking with her. And you guys, found us on the marathon route. So, so, it all comes back full circle.
Yeah, I think I made like 2 really good friends. You're actually going to meet my other study abroad really good friend in Munich. She lives there now full time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
she's going to, hopefully, fingers
be our
crossed,
guide
our
for
guide to
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest. I said to Maggie, I'm like, can
She
Leah
speaks
be our
German
person?
fluently, which I need.
Oh,
Yes.
wunderbar.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I think it's a good experience, and I think it was perfectly timed. I did it sophomore year of college versus junior or senior year, so I still got a full 2 years at Penn State, which really felt complete to me. And so I think sophomore year was the perfect sweet spot. It was a weird COVID transition time. So
And you did it second semester of sophomore year. So you got in your football season too at Penn State, which is great. Yeah.
I would always recommend studying abroad to everyone. And I remember when I was touring schools at the age 17, everyone was study abroad or else you'll regret it. So I knew I was going to do it in some form. And
I was sad that Maddie did not study abroad. She chose to stay connected with her soccer program. And I know she looks back now on it and says
DJ too. I think DJ would have loved to study abroad.
Well, Maddie loves traveling now. I mean, her and Matthew are going to be traveling to Portugal and Spain here the end of this week. So, they love the bug, the travel bug. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was excellent. So
love
definitely would recommend.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right, now
do you guys want to talk about
the swag
that you got?
The swag.
Yeah.
Want to talk about the biking shirts?
I don't think it's that bad.
No, I like the shirts.
It's different.
It's different. It's unique. It's very European, but it is got a biking shirt cut. And if you're on YouTube, I've got the shirt in my hands. It is a little snug on me these days, so I wasn't overly comfortable putting it on my body. So I brought it. Here it is. But it's almost like a biker
I'm gonna put mine on later on.
shirt. I bet yours fits.
I rolled right from like work to going and doing this, so I'm still like
Were the
in work
medals
clothes.
good?
I would say, yeah, I like the medal. What I love about the medal actually is that the ribbon is sewn onto the medal itself, so it doesn't slide.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like that. I don't know if I have any
I don't have any others
that
are like that. No.
So I like the way that is. The ribbon was a little skimpy at the time, but the medal is beautiful. Oops, I'm clanking it.
Clinking it.
It's gold, and it kind of has like an overlay of the city of Rome with the river that zigzags through it, which I can't remember
The
what
River
is it.
Tigre.
Tigre, there you go. It says Run Rome the Marathon.
Tigress.
Yeah.
Finisher 2022. So
Well, I gotta
cool.
give me
Solid.
one of those.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna ask you. Like I
Yes.
know,
Well, we already
I know,
did it.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we'd run this one again in a heartbeat. I am curious when we talked to our friend Emma who ran it recently. Just kind of do a little bit of comparison and what her experience was.
That'll be next
doing it
week.
because it'll give you then a little bit, Maggie, of more recent context.
Yeah.
And then also like, hey, like I was a spectator and I know
I'll
what
do
the
it
experience
once
was.
in my life.
Yeah.
I know I'll
Yeah.
do it.
I would totally do it again.
Absolutely.
Totally do it again.
Yep. So,
All right.
like we said,
We've teased it enough this
Yep.
episode.
Teased
Teased it enough. Teased it. It looks like a big beehive at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen.
yes.
I'm sorry. I'm a full glass of wine in with not a lot of food in me today. So, put a freaking cap on me.
So next week we will be reconnecting with Emma and Kayla, which we talked to them several episodes ago.
Several.
They are part of the H2Go running club out of Connecticut. They have a really fantastic thing going on up there, so check them out on social media, but we will be connecting with them next week. Please make sure you check us out on our socials. Instagram, Facebook at Mile 20 Podcast. We're on YouTube. You can stream us wherever you listen to your podcast.
Wait, did you see on my Instagram that I like cut lavender the other day?
I did.
I felt like all like Martha fucking Stewardess.
Stewardess? Oh my God.
Steward.
Guys, we were just about to end.
I had us at the finish line, Laura.
I just want her to like have to do the ending again. No, seriously, like my whole basement of like the villa smells like freaking a spa right now.
Is
It's
the
awesome.
lavender going to be able to tell you to go make Mile 20 your bitch?
Oh, peace out.